Welcome back to the Kop TV, guys, the voice of football's most famous stand. Smash that like button, get your comments into what we're going to be talking about in this video, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Look, I didn't expect to be doing this video, I'll be honest with you. I really didn't see this one coming. But I woke up this morning and the WhatsApp's flooded, the socials are flooded with footage, videos, photos of Darwin Nunez fighting Colombian fans. Now, there's a few facts that we all need to establish before we dive into maybe what the results of this skirmish could potentially be. And to have no police officers in the stand in a game like that, when you know these two teams, South American rivals, they're going at each other, I think is a madness, especially in the area where the families are of the players. So there was no police officers in the stand. You couldn't see any in the video footage. I think that's the first thing that is worth mentioning. The second thing, and this is according to a Uruguayan Instagram page, many Colombians began to throw stuff and verbally abuse the Uruguayan supporters, including Darwin, Ugarte, and Araujo's families. Right, so they were the three players in question. I have learnt that Ugarte's mother has actually gone to hospital as well. Then, what happened after that, they jumped into the stands. Now, there is a video of Darwin Nunez kind of climbing up on this barrier, lifting himself up, and then overstepping the seats and getting into the action. Darwin's partner apparently told him something which seemingly made him go mad, right? So she might have seen something, for example, you know, they were going to attack her. Maybe they were going to attack the child, which is just unfathomable how you wouldn't react to something like that. If you're going to a game, the last thing you'd expect is your family to become embroiled in, you know, a big fight, because that's what it looked like. And I think, listen, 99.9% of people, if you're aware of where your family's sitting, your mother, your father, your partner and your child, you would know where they're sitting, and if it starts kicking off over that way, you're jumping in. I don't care what anyone says. The reparations will be the reparations, but I actually think Darwin Nunez has gained a lot of respect for being that guy that has gone in and tried to deal with the problem head on. Whether it's right or wrong, we'll find out. Obviously, there's going to be an investigation now, maybe even a criminal one. But at the same time, I would have done the same. And I dare anyone in the comments to say that they wouldn't have done the same. When it's family involved, you do see that red mist. You want to protect them. And there was a really kind of chilling piece where Darwin Nunez is on the pitch, still topless, covering his baby, looking over at, you know, what's just happened. And it must have just been a horrendous experience for him. I haven't even mentioned what the score is of the game, because I think at this stage, it's almost paled into insignificance. All the headlines after this are going to be about the skirmish, the fight that happened at the end of the game. Colombia did win. They won 1-0. They are going to be playing against Argentina in the final now, so good luck to Luis Diaz in that final. There was again a picture of Luis Diaz grabbing Darwin Nunez's head, being Liverpool teammates, and basically saying, what's happened, calm down. And maybe he was the voice of reason in that moment, because I think if you're on the Uruguayan side, you're going to back all your teammates, you're going to get involved. But for Luis Diaz to kind of take time out and go over to Nunez and ask if he's okay, I really respected that from him. After that, after the actual skirmish, Jose Maria Gimenez of Atletico Madrid, I think that's who he plays for, he spoke to a TV broadcaster and stated that the players' families were avalanched by a group of Colombian fans. So what we know at this stage is it's Colombian fans attacking the Uruguay fans. He really went in on this TV interview. He said to the journalist, listen, you're probably going to cut me off if I start talking about this, but it's the truth. He went on to say, the security problem for the families of the Uruguayan players and their families is a disaster. Our families in danger, not one single policeman. And I think when you're looking at a European semi-final, the one thing that you surely would assume that's all under control and under wraps is the safety, right? Is the safety of the fans, but also the players' families. You would never think that something like this could happen. The immediate reaction after that, once the kind of dust had settled, was, well, is Darwin Nunez going to be in trouble? Is he going to get a ban? The only similarities that I can remember where a player has encroached into the fan area and either made contact with a fan. There's two I can think of. Eric Dyer, who apparently got a 4-game ban when he did something similar at Spurs. Again, that was a family issue. I think it was an FA Cup game against Norwich, which they lost on penalties. He kind of steps over the steps and goes over the chairs and really goes to protect his brother. I don't believe what he did was violent, but it was threatening apparently, and he got a 4-game ban when he did something similar at Spurs. The other one, the famous one, is of course Eric Cantona. Now that one was wild. I mean, he literally volleyed a fan in the chest, and I think he got a heavy fine, and he was banned for 9 months to a year. So listen, we're going to have to see what happens with this one. There was a reaction from Liverpool. James Pearce gave us that on socials earlier on. He said, LFC are keen to establish the facts around what went on after Uruguay versus Colombia before making any comment. They'll be reaching out to Darwin Nunez when the time difference allows. The priority is checking on his and his family's welfare. LFC will also be in contact with the Uruguay Federation. Listen, is he going to get a ban? Will it be domestic? Will it be club? I guess time will tell. At this stage, we're not really sure which direction this is going to go in. For Liverpool fans, I'll be honest, the first thing I thought of after I kind of digested all the information and saw the videos of Darwin Nunez trying to punch people, of Darwin Nunez allegedly throwing chairs at people, Colombian fans that again were out to attack his family and Uruguay fans, you know, you could be looking at a ban. You could be looking at a ban, people. So I think it would surprise me if the ban extended to club football. Maybe it's a suspended ban, similar to what Jude Bellingham has got at the minute for his, how can I even describe what his celebration was? Probably inappropriate. So he's got a 1-year suspended ban. But this has gone from less threatening to actual violence here. And again, if it's defending your family, I don't think, especially from a Liverpool point of view, you can really deny Nunez of any wrongdoing. And at the same time, you know, if it is an international ban, then that's something he's going to have to take on his chin as well. But again, once all the facts are released, once the police have got involved, once the CCTV has come out to determine who is the first person or people that interacted with Darwin's family in a negative way, we'll know more. At this stage, we're kind of guessing. The fire is still burning really on this one. There's no day or two that have gone by. This is super fresh, especially if you're waking up in the UK. This is really mad. I did not expect this when I woke up, but there you go. Colombia are in the final. Uruguay are out. It's been a great run for Darwin Nunez in the last 10 to 15 games from Uruguay. And again, unfortunately, no one remembers this game for the game now. It's going to be remembered for the massive fight after. For me personally, two things I'd like to happen. Liverpool really contact, I'm sure they have done already, but comfort Darwin Nunez. When family's involved, the red mist does descend. So I'd like Liverpool, or I assume that Liverpool have reached out and done their due diligence in terms of making sure he's okay, making sure his family's okay. And then the second thing is, you know, if there is a ban, how does it affect Liverpool? Does it even affect Liverpool, or is it more of an international ban? Is there a fine involved? Listen, this is not what you want to see on a football pitch whatsoever. So I'm gutted for him, for his family, in the way that it's ended. But listen, we'll have to just keep you updated when we get more information on this, because it doesn't look like it's going to settle down anytime soon. So again, I didn't expect to be doing this video, but that's my opinion on it. Will Darwin Nunez get banned? Let us know in the comments. Does he deserve it? Does he not deserve it? Would you have done the same thing? Let us know. And don't forget, tomorrow we have that exclusive Adam Morgan interview coming out where he tells us what Suarez was like in training, how he dealt with Stevie and Cara in his early days in his LFC career, and loads of great stories. It's a bit of an emotional one as well, so I'm really looking forward to that. So make sure you subscribe to the channel and watch that when it drops tomorrow. But Darwin, estamos contigo. See you soon. Hey guys, thanks for watching this video. If you've enjoyed this, make sure you check out the rest of the channel too. There's other stuff you'll enjoy for sure.
Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe to the Kop TV.
The voice of football's most famous dads.
Come on.